Hello students. So next, this is the continuation of your unit number 6. This is the next problem. So first I have solved one. We have solved one problem. So I have already told you by solving that problem that in that problem they have given two supports. So we have calculated only for that support. So in this problem they have given different kind of supports. One is hinge support and another one is roller support. As I have already told you, if there is a hinge support means there will be two forces. One will be vertical force and another will be horizontal force in this direction. Okay, in this direction. Please consider in this direction. If there is a hinged force means. If there is roller force means it will have a upward force. Okay, so anyhow we have two reactions like two upward forces at A and D. So we have to find the two reactions at A and D. So this is the thing. And also if you see the figure, there is a vertical downwards point load. It is acting that is 360 kilonewton. So we can draw it as like this also. It's acting like this. Okay, so in this diagram they have given like mentioned like this. So a vertical downward point load is acting at a point B of 360 kilonewton vertical load point load is acting. Okay, next one we have to find, as like usually we have to find the forces at each members. So how many members are here? There are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 members are there, right? So we have to calculate the each and every members or what is the actual forces which is acting on a member. But if you see this figure, you can find there is no angle in between the inclination angles, in between inclination members. So if there is an inclination member means it should have a definite particular angle. So without knowing angle, we cannot solve the forces in horizontal and vertical, right? So your first step is you have to calculate the angles that is acting at point A, point B and point C relative which is relative to this heights. Okay, regarding with this heights you have to calculate each and every angle. Okay, so we will first find the angle. So at point A, so at point A, what is the angle? What is the angle between this triangle? So that is nothing but the opposite to the adjacent. Tan inverse of opposite to adjacent will give the theta of this area. You can get an angle by tan inverse of the opposite by adjacent. Yes. So what is the opposite? What is the height of this thing? From here to here, the height is given as 2 meters and your adjacent length is 2 meters. You have dimensions, right? So you can take this angle as alpha and you are going to take this angle as beta and this angle as gamma. Okay, three things. So first we have to calculate alpha. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of, what is this? Is 2. So 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So your alpha tan inverse of 1, that is equal to 45 degree. So your alpha is equal to 45 degree. You understand? Next one, you have to find the beta value. Beta value is nothing but, see again beta. At beta, so from here to here what is the distance? 2 meter. So you have 2 meter, tan inverse of 2 meter. But that is by what? Opposite by adjacent. Right? Opposite by adjacent. Yes. So likewise opposite by adjacent you have to calculate for this triangle. For this triangle, opposite by adjacent. What is point B? Point B is in the center of this. If this is a total height, point B is it in this point. So you have to calculate from here to here what is the height. What is the height then? If you minus this total height 3 by 2 means you will get the correct point at this particular height. Okay, so that is 3 minus 2 by 2. will give your beta value, that is nothing but 26.56 degree. So your beta is 26.56 degree. Next one, gamma. Gamma is nothing but the total height. So this is gamma at C. Total height is 3/2. So tan inverse of 3/2 is equal to 56.3 degree. So your gamma is 56.3 degree. You understand? So this is how you will calculate the angles. So using angles only, you will next find what are the reaction forces or the axial forces which is acting upon each members A, B, B, C and all other particular members. Okay. So next one, what we have to find? We have to find the reactions, that is upward vertical forces that is acting upon each support. Okay. So as I already told you, in your hinge support there will be both vertical forces and horizontal forces. In your roller support there will be only vertical forces. So these vertical forces will be the reactions of this particular entire truss. So we have to calculate the reactions of this particular thing. Okay. So what is reaction at A? That is RA. What is reaction at D? That is RD. So RA plus RD is equal to total load. That is your formula. What is the total load here? There is no load, only a point load in a downward direction at the point B is given, that is 360 kilonewton. So RA plus RD is equal to 360, that is your total load kilonewton. So now we have to find the any one reaction at D or reaction at A. So now we are going to find the reaction at D. So for that, what you will do, taking moment at A, right? So that means what? RD into till A minus in this direction, minus 360 into 2. Okay. RD into till this. RD till this is what? 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6 meter. RD into 6 minus 360 into 2. So it is in a downward direction. Downward direction means it is minus. So 360 into 2 is equal to 0. So your answer will be RD is equal to 120 kilonewton. RD is equal to 120 kilonewton. So now we have found RD. So substitute this RD in this equation. That is RA plus RD is equal to 360 kilonewton. So now you will get like this: RA plus 120 is equal to 360 kilonewton. So RA is equal to 360 minus 120 is equal to 240 kilonewton. Okay students, sorry for this bad video, because we don't have any facilities here due to this lockdown. We don't have any green boards to take classes or any other facilities. We don't have any other facilities like to hold the phones. So we are holding phones in our hands, one hand, and we are teaching you. So just in order to make you understand or make you understand the concept, so that you don't feel difficult while you go into your examinations. Okay. So please feel free to watch the videos, and if you understand the concept, you can itself solve everything, because you are all a billion students, right? Okay. So next thing, so you have calculated reactions at A and so why I am telling this is please understand from our thing, so that you can able to cherish it easily. So RA is nothing but 240 kilonewton. 240 kilonewton. RD, reaction at D is 120 kilonewton. Yes. Then you have found the reactions. Now it's the time to find the reaction, the forces at each and every members. As I already told you, if there is unknown forces, means you will take the joint which consists only two members. So now we will take joint A. So first joint A. At joint A, it's like this free body diagram. Draw free body. It's an angle of, is at an angle of 45 degree. So at joint A, there are two forces acting. One is in this direction, and another one is in this direction. and this force is nothing but 240 kilonewton. This is A, this is B, and this is F. You understand the concept? A, B and F, right? So now this is your free body diagram. So now you have to consider the directions. As I already told you, take everything in tensile direction. So now use your calculator and find summation of force at x, f of x is equal to 0 first. That is equal to, what are the forces in x of x? So force at AF cos 45 degree. So FAF cos 45 degree plus FAB cos 45 degree. Both is in right, towards right, so that means plus is equal to 0. First one. Next one, summation of force of y is equal to 0. So see, here there is one horizontal force, but it doesn't have any value, so no need to consider about that. Next force, one upward vertical force is there. So 240, and this inclined force to the top vertical. So that is sine. So FAB plus FAB sine 45 degree is equal to 0. So FAB is equal to minus 240 divided by sine 45 degree. So minus 240 divided by sine 45 is minus 3.3 sine 45 degree. So 240 divided by so it will become 339 point. So your answer is minus 339.41 kilo Newton. So minus means it is in compressive. Next one, you have to take this minus 331 point, substitute FAB in this equation. So FAF cos 45 degree plus, that is what, minus 339.41 cos 45 degree is equal to 0. So 339.41 cos 45 is 239. For FAF is cos 45 degree minus 239.99 is equal to 0. So FAF is equal to 239.9 divided by cos 45 is equal to 239.9 divided by cos 45 is equal to 339.2 kilonewton. So it is in tension. So you have calculated FAF and FAB. So according to your diagram, FAF and FAB you have calculated. Next one, you have to go for this D, these two things. Okay, so draw a free body diagram. Draw a free body diagram. So at point D, it is an angle of your point D. What is the angle? It is 56.3. The angle of 56.3. So your it is E, this is one D, this point is C. So all forces is unknown, but you have a vertical force, that is how much? 120 kilo Newton vertical force is acting. So though it is so since it is a unknown force, so you are going to take in a tensile direction. Okay, so now find f of x, summation of f of x is equal to 0. So what are all the f of x? So that is force at DE D in this direction, that is minus FD, it is towards left, minus FCD cos 56.3 is equal to 0. Okay, next one, summation of forces at y direction is equal to 0. Y direction, what is force? It is upward. So 120 plus, it is in upward direction, vertical, plus FCD sine 56.3 degree is equal to 0. So if you calculate FCD, means FCD is equal to minus 120 divided by 56.3. That is nothing but 120 divided by 56.3 is equal to 2.13 120 divided by sine 56.3. This is sine, right? Sorry, sine 56.3. Your answer is 144.23 kilonewton. Okay, so now you have found FCD. Next, substitute this FCD. It is in negative. Negative means it is compression. So substitute this negative value in this equation. So minus FDE, since it is negative and negative, becomes positive, plus 144.25 cos 56.3 is equal to 0. So minus FDE is equal to minus 144.25 cos 56.3. Minus minus gets cancelled. So 144.25 cos 56.3 value is nothing but 80 point. So FDE is nothing but 80.036 kilonewton. So it is also acting in a tensile direction. Next, take point B. See point B, what are the forces acting? In this side, and this side. Yes, right. So take joint B then. Joint B. Draw joint B's free diagram. So it will act in this direction, and this direction. So B. So what is the angle in joint B? Joint B. There is see joint B. Now take joint B. So in joint B, if you consider joint B means, see in joint B means this angle you don't have these two angles because inclination is in this direction only. If you take joint B, you won't get, because angle is in this position. See, if you take angle C, joint C means you will have both angle 26.56 in one angle and another angle is 56.3. But in joint B, these three members you don't have angle, so we will neglect that joint B. So what things we have found till now? We have found force at AB, force at AF, then force at CD and force at ED. Next, what members we have to calculate? We have to calculate only these one. We have BF, FE, BE, CE, BD. So if you take joint C means you will get BC, CE and CD. CD is already you have calculated, right? So we will take joint C. So joint C. So looks, it comes like it is in this direction. So 1, 2 and 3. Three members are acting in this direction. So you have angle also. One is 26.56 degree and another one is 56.3 degree C. This is what? C, B, E and D. B, E and D. So B, E and D. So you already know B to C. So we are going to take in a So unknown forces in a tensile direction, unknown forces. What is known? FCD. FCD you have already calculated, right? What is your FCD is in a negative. Negative means you are going to take towards the C. Okay, and all the others in away from C. Am I right? Right. Okay. So first find the summation of forces in X direction. So what are the forces? If you take this inclined portion to the top, that is nothing but FCD cos 56.3 degree. So because since it is in this direction, if you take this thing to the horizontal position, it will acting in leftwards, towards left. That means that is minus. Then it is a vertical thing. You can't consider this, and this force you can consider. You can take in this direction. So this is also acting in towards left. That means minus FCB cos 26.56 degree is equal to 0. So you already know FCD, right? What is FCD? FCD is nothing but what? 144.25. You already know. So since it is minus, it will become plus. So 144.23 cos 56.3 degree minus FCB cos 26.56 degree is equal to 0. So what is 144.23 cos 56.3 is nothing but 80.02 minus FCB cos 26.56 degree is equal to 0. So your minus FCB is equal to minus 80.02 divided by cos 26.56. Minus and minus gets cancelled. Your FCB value is equal to 80.02 divided by cos 26.56. Okay, so your value is 89.46 kilonewton. So it is in tension. Okay, so it is the nature of forces in tension. So you have found FCB. So FCB. So this thing you have found. So now you have to find FBE. So summation of forces at y direction is equal to 0. What are the forces in y direction? Only the force at FC is in y direction. Yes, only the force in FC is in y direction, and these inclination forces also can bring to vertical forces in y direction. Yes. So how you will calculate? Minus of, see, it is in downward directions, so minus of FCE, then this is also coming in downward direction, so minus of FCB sine, because it is vertical, sine 26.56 degree. Then this is in upward direction. If you bring this to vertical, this is upward direction, that is FCD plus FCD sine 56.3 degree is equal to 0. So now substitute this FCB minus FC is equal minus FCB is in tension, so 89.46 sine 26.56 degree. What is FCD then? FCD is nothing but you have calculated here. FCD is minus 144.25. So minus 144.25 sine 56.3 degree is equal to 0. So keep this minus FC in this one direction. First solve this for all these things. 89.46 sine 26.56 is nothing but 40 minus 144.25 sine 56.3 is nothing but 120 is equal to 0. 89.46 sine 26.56 is 40. Yes, right. So minus FCE is equal minus 160 is equal to 0. minus FCE is equal to plus 160. Understand? So FCE is equal to minus 160 kilonewton. It is in compression. So you have found FCE also. So FCE also you have found, FCE, FBC you have found. Now you have to found what? Only two forces in only two members. What are the forces? BF and BE and FE. So in these three things you have to find. So using which one you can find all these three equations? So you can use this E, right? This E equation, right? This E you can take. So E means what? What is the angle? You have to find this angle. What is the angle at point E? What is the angle? See, this is triangle. So opposite to this. What is opposite height? That is 2 meter. What is the length of this EF? That is also 2 meter. So 2 by 2. Tan inverse of 2 by 2 is nothing but what? 45 degree. So this E is also 45 degree. E is also 45 degree. Okay. So now find joint E. So now find joint E. So force at joint E. Okay. So take, this is point E. You have to find three things: 1, 2 and 3. So F, B and C. So all acting. So according to your force, this directions will come. So you see and draw the. So this is unknown force. So tensile, unknown force, tensile, known in compression. Okay. So next, it is in an angle of 45 degree. Okay. So now find the force. So this you know, 160 kilonewton EC. EC is 160. So force of summation of force at X is equal to 0. So how what it will come? What are the forces in thing? That is minus F force at FFE plus FBE cos 45 degree is equal to 0. So next one, summation of force at Y is equal to 0. That is, what are the forces? So this inclined force will come towards that side. So minus this, since it is downward direction, that is minus FBE sine 45 degree plus this force you already know, 160 you have calculated. Yes. So EC is equal to 160 kiloton is equal to 0. So FBE is equal to minus FEB is equal to minus 160 divided by sine 45 degree. So minus and minus gets cancelled. Your answer is 226.27 kilonewton. So your FBE is equal to 226.27 kilonewton. It is in tensile. Next, what you have to find? Only, so you have calculated FE. Only remaining portion is FBE. You have to calculate, sorry, FB. FBE. Okay. So substitute with this FBE. So sorry, FFE. FBE. So sorry, FBE you have found. This one is so FFE. This one, this member you have to find FFE. So substitute this FBE in this equation. So minus FFE plus 226.27 cos 45 degree is equal to 0. So if you solve this, you will get FFE is equal to 360 kilonewton in tensile. That is tensile. Okay. So now you have calculated. See, this much you have done. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this much you have done. So you have calculated your forces AF, AB, BF, FE, BE, BC, CE, CD and ED. All these things you have calculated. How much members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 members are there. You have calculated 9 members. Okay. So now it's time to write every thing. So write serial number, write members, what are the members, and write force. What is force? How much force is acting in kilonewton and their magnitude or nature. what is their nature. This is a table. Draw a table like this. Okay, so first write what is first AB, and what is BC, what is AF. These are the members. Okay, what is AB? 339.41. What is BC? BC is 89.46. Simply write. So write every members, 9 members. Right. What is the nature? It is compression or tension. If it is minus value comes, means it is compression, a negative value. If it is in positive plus value, plus 89 comes, means it is tension. So here your AB is in compression. So write simply C, or write fully compression. Write fully. And then your BC is in compression. So your AF is in tension. So write their nature. So this is how you will finish your problem. So you understand the concept. Very simple. Only your direction, what direction you are going to do, so that only matters. Okay, so it's a very simple and easy problem. So from this your unit number 6 gets over. So surely one question, 6-mark question, they will ask in your university examination. Surely from unit number 6 one question will come. Simple questions only they will give. Okay, if like this questions only give. So I want everyone to practice more questions from unit number 6, from your example problems in your textbook. Okay, students. So if you have any doubts, please let me know. That's so that I can able to clarify you. Okay. Okay, students. Thank you.